Welcome back to Knicks Daily, everybody. I want to talk about point guards today. The role of the point guard in basketball has undergone significant changes over the decades. In the early days of the NBA, point guards were primarily facilitators, focusing on setting up their teammates and ensuring that the offense ran smoothly. But just to remind Ant-Man, that players like Bob Cousy and Oscar Robertson epitomized this style of play, where their responsibility was primarily to distribute the basketball and create scoring opportunities for others. So don't act like you forgot, okay? However, the game has evolved. So did the expectations for point guards. The 1980s and 90s saw the emergence of more aggressive, versatile point guards, such as Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, who could not only pass, but orchestrate the offense, but also score more efficiently when needed. This era began to blur the lines between traditional point guards, as point guards were increasingly relied upon to be scorers as well as playmakers. It's called evolution, Mr. Edwards. So the NBA now has pushed this evolution even further. Today's point guards are expected to be dynamic scorers, capable of shooting from deep, driving to the basket, and creating their own shots. They must also possess exceptional court vision, making them dual threats as both scorers and facilitators. The rise of the three-point shot has particularly influenced this shift, with gods such as Stephen Curry revolutionizing the game by making deep shooting a central part of a point guard's arsenal. So Jaylen Brunson, Trey Young, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Haliburton each represent different aspects of this evolution. They combine the playmaking abilities of traditional point guards with the scoring prowess of modern-day stars. As the NBA continues to evolve, the point guard position remains at the forefront of this transformation, with these players leading the charge. This is especially prevalent in the Eastern Conference, and this is why we will look at today who will be the beast of the East at the point guard position this season. So let's do it this way. We start in the mecca of basketball with the rise of a superstar and underrated leader, Jaylen Brunson. Jaylen Brunson's journey to becoming one of the top point guards in the NBA is a story of perseverance and consistent improvement. After a stellar college career at Villanova, where he won 2 national championships and earned the Naismith College Player of the Year award, Jaylen Brunson was selected 33rd overall by the Dallas Mavericks in the 2018 NBA Draft. Despite his impressive college resume, Brunson still initially was overlooked by many due to their concerns about his size and athleticism. However, he quickly proved doubters wrong with his high basketball IQ, his strong work ethic, and his ability to impact the game in multiple ways. Jaylen Brunson's game is characterized by his efficiency and his versatility. As a scorer, he excels in the mid-range, where his ability to create space, knock down big shots make him a constant threat. His footwork and poise allow him to finish at the rim despite not being the most explosive athlete. Jaylen Brunson's scoring is complemented by his playmaking skills as well, as he consistently makes smart decisions with the ball, setting up his teammates, and controlling the pace of the game. Jaylen Brunson is in the right place, as he is clearly a throwback to the 90s. Now, what sets Brunson apart from many of his peers is clearly his leadership. After joining the New York Knicks in 2022, Jaylen Brunson quickly became the heart and soul of the team. His presence has been instrumental in transforming the Knicks into a championship-level competitive team, bringing stability and direction to a franchise that had long struggled to find its footing. Jaylen Brunson leads by example. He shows toughness, resilience, and an unselfish approach that has resonated with his team and his city. Brunson's rise to prominence is a testament to his ability to adapt and excel in any situation. His impact on the Knicks has been profound, as he's helped turn us around and become a strong playoff contender, a championship contender, With his combination of scoring, playmaking, leadership, it makes him one of the most well-rounded point guards in the league, proving that the man belongs among the NBA elites. Now let's look at Trey Young. Although I hate to say it, this dude is a dynamic playmaker. Trey Young burst onto the NBA scene as a highly touted prospect from the University of Oklahoma. We could talk about it. This is where he led the nation in both points and assists during his freshman year. His ability to score from deep was reminiscent of Steph Curry, and his exceptional court vision made him one of the most exciting young talents in the 2018 NBA draft. The Atlanta Hawks traded for Young on draft night, and he quickly became the face of his franchise. Trey Young's game is defined by his scoring ability, particularly his deep range shooting. That man could pull up well beyond three-point line, stretching defenses and opening up the floor for his teammates. Trey Young's shooting is complemented by his crafty ball handling and his ability to finish in the paint, despite his relatively small stature for an NBA player. His ability to score in bunches also makes him one of the most dangerous offensive players in the league. Damn, that hurt to even say. But what truly sets Trey Young apart in his playmaking is his playmaking. His court vision and his passing ability are also elite, allowing him to create scoring opportunities for his teammates in other ways few other players can. Young is particularly effective in the pick and roll, and we saw that firsthand, where his decision-making and his ability to read defenses stands out. Trey Young's impact on the Atlanta Hawks has been significant. He's led his team past us, the New York Knicks, and on to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2021. At that time, he was showcasing his ability to perform on the biggest stage, the Mecca. The man's leadership on the court, combined with his scoring and playmaking, had made him the cornerstone of the Hawks' future. Now, despite some criticisms about his defense and his professionalism, Trey Young's offensive brilliance makes him one of the top point guards in the NBA. But next up, let's look at Dame time. Damian Lillard, the veteran scorer and superstar clutch performer on the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard has been one of the most consistent and prolific point guards in the NBA since he entered the league in 2012. The man was drafted 6th overall by the Portland Trail Blazers out of Weber State. Lillard quickly established himself as a star, winning the NBA Rookie of the Year award. Over the years, though, he has become known for his scoring ability, his leadership, and his clutch performances, earning him the nickname Dame Time for his habit of consistently hitting game-winning shots in critical moments. The man's scoring ability is among the best in the league. He has deep shooting range, also comparable to Steph Curry and Trey Young, and he can score from anywhere on the floor. Whether it's pulling up from behind the arc, driving to the basket, or creating his own shot in isolation, Dame Lillard is a constant offensive threat. The man's scoring prowess has made him a perennial all-star and one of the most feared players in this league. Additionally, though, Lillard is an underrated playmaker. While he's primarily known for his ability to score, Lillard is also an excellent passer, capable of setting up his teammates and running an efficient offense. His leadership ability on the court is evident in the way he controls the tempo and makes smart decisions with the ball. Lillard's legacy is defined by his loyalty to his team and his ability to perform in the clutch. The man has hit numerous game-winning shots, not only in the regular season but in the playoffs, including a series-clinching buzzer beater that has become one of the most iconic moments in NBA history. His ability to rise to the occasion in the biggest moments has cemented his status as one of the best clutch performers the league has ever seen. Now, despite being in a small market and not always having the strongest supporting cast, Lillard has consistently led his team to the playoffs, often carrying his team on his back. Now with the Bucks, his combination of scoring, playmaking, and leadership makes him one of the top point guards in the NBA, with a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. And finally, let's look at this guy. Finally, we look at Tyrese Haliburton, emerging star and Olympic gold medalist from the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Haliburton's rise in the NBA has been rapid and impressive. Drafted 12th overall by the Sacramento Kings in 2020, Haliburton quickly established himself as one of the most promising young players in this league. His combination of playmaking, shooting, basketball IQ made him an instant impact player, and his potential was quickly recognized by the Indiana Pacers, who quickly acquired him in a blockbuster trade during the 2021-2022 season. Haliburton's game is characterized by his exceptional court vision and decision-making. He has a rare ability to see plays develop before they actually happen, allowing him to make passes that few other players would even attempt to make. His efficiency as a playmaker is reflected in his assist-to-turnover ratio, which is among the best in the league. Haliburton is also a capable scorer with an awkward but effective shooting stroke. He stood out during last year's midseason tournament, and he also elevated his play during last year's playoffs. Some will question whether Tyrese's rise was as a result of the crushing amount of injuries befalling all of his opposing team's stars on his way to a deep playoff run. But what cannot be denied is that he is a talent to be reckoned with for years to come. So of all of those point guards, all of those superstars, who will emerge as the beast of the East or even of the NBA this season? Leave your pick in the comment section below, and keep in mind, the same thing applies to life that applies to our team. If there is no struggle, there's no progress. But also remember this: whether it's out there in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here in Knicks Deli, everybody eats.